What's going on? This is the Broke Genius, and welcome to the life of a broke genius. Welcome to my channel.
Going right into the video. This is what I'm just gonna start it off at, and I'm gonna fair use. This is basically an argument with Corey Holcomb, the 5150 show, and Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. I'm just gonna play this for a while, and fair use, and I'm gonna rebuttal a few of the talking points.
Right.
Do we disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree with
But
that.
an alpha
And a leader also understands that you don't want to do something that will ultimately come back to you. Right. Like, there's decisions that need to be made when you do shit publicly. Right?
Right.
For instance, you hashing this shit out on the radio. He not here to defend himself. You besmirching the man's name because you disappointed or upset or whatever the issue might be. You felt like he disrespected or whatever, but you carrying this shit on. Do you think a man, whether you consider him an alpha or not, is just gonna sit back and let you keep talking shit?
Well, I'm talking shit.
What I'm saying is, are you inviting the response?
That's your word.
No, I'm asking you. Like, by talking shit, are you inviting the response?
I responded to how it was brought to me. And I know I ain't right all the time.
But you're not right
tell you
here.
this. I what?
You're not right in this moment.
No. I'm motherfucking not claiming right or wrong right now.
Okay, good.
I'm Corey in this moment.
Okay.
Just like you, Zoe, in your moment when you took up for that little nigga in Buffalo when RZA was with you. RZA is a motherfucking man.
Right.
I ain't never seen RZA do no whole shit. And you played the middle with a little nigga you don't even know in motherfucking Buffalo, New York.
Right.
If I'm with RZA anywhere and some stranger is talking crazy, then he talk crazy to me and RZA.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to say about people not being right in a moment. That little nigga in Buffalo, and I know this shit'll get back to him, but I ain't talking shit necessarily about him. I'm just saying, you didn't know that nigga.
Right.
You know RZA. And you said, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with it, when that nigga was talking crazy to a man.
No, what I actually said, I didn't say I didn't have nothing to do with it.
What you say?
This is how I like to deal with shit. Especially when I consider niggas on the same team, like you and Grady.
I'm not on the same team as Grady.
No. That's how I see it.
Grady always been a minion.
But let me
I
just
tried to help him, but
that's
because he lied, I had to show everybody this motherfucker capping. I'm sorry for introducing y'all to the motherfucker.
But look, that's how I see it. Once you introduce me to who I deem as good people, I see everybody as on the same team. Now, RZA, Young Pharaoh. I don't know Young Pharaoh's history, but I had him on the show because I like what he said. When they have whatever beef they had, I'm like, let's not hash this shit out on my show in public.
No,
that little nigga was
talking crazy.
But again, I'm telling you how
RZA.
But let me tell you how I deal with shit. I don't like public beefs between brothers who appear to be on the same side. If you got a beef with each other, handle that shit over there. The public don't need to see that.
So that's bullshit.
That's how I do it.
You fought that drunk nigga in my motherfucking studio with no regards to my shit. He was drunk, you wasn't.
Right.
When it's on, nigga.
Yeah.
So remember that. That hypocritical shit,
that's
I
not
call
hypocritical.
Anybody.
Now the thing is that what he's talking about is basically he's talking about altercation that Zoe Williams had with the comedian Ari Spears, where Ari Spears was drunk and he was basically just talking out of pocket. You know, I think he roughed him. He put his hands on him or something like that happened. and he was basically bodied, and Zoe beat him up real bad, put elbows on him, and this is the reason why I'm talking about this. And this is why a lot of times people like myself have a small circle of friends, because here's the situation. This happened a couple years ago. This happened like, I think 2000, I want to say 2017. Okay, that this altercation happened. Now, pretty much Corey in this situation, he is the alpha male in this whole show. Like the guests he had come on, the people that were like regulars, such as the guy that he's getting into it, which is crazy, because I don't watch the show consistently. All I know is I had stopped watching it for a couple weeks, a month, I would even say months. And then I started watching it, and then all of a sudden they got beef between them, and him and Grady got beef, right? They both from Illinois, from the Chicagoland area. And basically something happened, and then, all of a sudden they got beef. But the thing is that a lot of this stuff is coming to the head in this conversation, in this argument. Basically, a lot of things are coming to head. One thing is that Corey, by being, pretty much, I would just say, a high value earner. Okay, he earns of obviously over, $100,000. I give him that. I don't know exactly how much he makes, but he makes more than most of the people that you see on this show. I'll tell you that. Now the thing is that we gonna get to we get into the juiciness of this conversation, which is the money. What Corey had to do, because Ari Spears, after the fight, he contacted some lawyers, he filed lawsuits, and Corey, by that being his show, he had to pretty much forfeit, as he said, 20,000. Is he gonna say $20,000 to settle this disagreement that happened on this show that resulted into an altercation? He had to forfeit that money, and take the consequences from that, because it was on the show. He was the head of the show. He had to foot the bill. Now here's the thing. 3 years later, okay, it's coming to a head. This is none like money to come between a lot of situations, and by right, it's it's certain things that was done, and certain behaviors that was inconsequential to behave in a certain manner, and then the thing about it is, here's the real deal. Now, I didn't know, as far as this is what I'll say as far as Zoe Williams. Zoe comes off with, obviously he has a big ego, and a lot of times people with very huge egos is backed with a time bomb ticker, which is pent up anger, and a lot of basically just a lot of times people with big huge egos, they blow up when their ego is pretty much messed around with, or challenged, let's just say. And Zoe Williams is no different. A lot of times people with those egos, man, they have really big blow ups. I just did Capricorn. Capricorn they have a huge ego, okay? And a lot of times people don't understand, but they don't like to be challenged in public. They definitely don't like that, and they definitely, even in private, they do not like to be challenged in public or private. And I mean, the number one serial killers are Capricorns. It is what it is. I got loved ones as Capricorns. You definitely, they have a huge, huge, huge ego, and a lot of air signs. A lot of air signs. I don't know Zoe's zodiac, but a lot of air signs have huge egos. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay. And, that's what he's kind of going to. He wants to deal with everything in private. But we getting to the money. I didn't know Zoe was broke as hell. Okay. I didn't know how broke that dude was, man. The guy, he talked about how he had this show and this deal and that deal. I did not know what was going on, but a lot of this stuff he has made it public because, this is the internet, it's a YouTube channel. I'm gonna let it flow, let him talk some more about it.
On that shit. Am I fighting anybody?
But do you call yourself on your hypocritical shit?
I will. Because anybody can call me
You
out.
one of the most hypocritical motherfuckers we know.
I'm glad this happening. You the worst at it, my nigga.
I'm saying, we watch you, bro.
What do I do that's hypocritical?
Bro, you say, stand on this, stand on that, and then you don't. Nobody
talking about?
Listen, nobody asked you to motherfucking have a fight with motherfucking Stephen A. Smith.
Because I got sense.
But nobody asked you to do that. What we asked is stand on what you said you was going to do, which is have the conversation about what you've been talking about.
We did. Was you there?
You told us.
Was you there?
You told us you didn't have a conversation.
I didn't tell you shit like that. You making
That's
that
what
shit
you
up.
said.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all
as you say, go to the tape.
with that shit from them chat room niggas. They job
as you say,
is
go to
get,
the tape, bro.
No, their job is to get shit on.
You said go to the tape.
Now let's talk about hypocritical shit. What you was just saying, I brought the shit up when you beat up that drunk, lousy, stupid motherfucker.
Right.
Here. And then motherfucker apologized because you thought you would get in trouble. That's hypocritical shit. I might do some shit that's, okay, Corey, you can do this better. But I'm here to tell you, I'm a man and I'm going to stand on mine. And whenever I fuck up, I say I fucked up. When I saw that brother Stephen A. Smith at the motherfucking Joe's restaurant in Chicago, NBA All-Star Weekend, wasn't the time or the place for a motherfucker like me who got shit to do. I travel every week. I get money every week. I'm not living with a bitch. I'm not one of them niggas. I'm a motherfucker who got shit to do. So if me and Stephen A. Smith meet up one day and we had time to talk where he ain't got niggas with him, I ain't got niggas with me, that's how it go.
Okay, so did you talk to him or you didn't have time to talk?
We was having dinner.
Okay, cool. So you didn't talk to him. Now, let me address.
We was having dinner.
So you told that whole motherfucking story, but you didn't talk to him. You just said you did. Now, which one did you? Did you talk to him or did you not? Or you had dinner?
As we playing games, I said what the fuck I did and I stand on it.
So,
and there was people there who can motherfuckers say what they want.
And then on the other real side, if we just have a real conversation.
We're gonna get all this shit out, all this whole ass shit that I've been motherfucking taking up for. Let's get it all out today.
Right.
Let's go.
As far as the motherfucking Aries Spears shit, bro, 2 hours of the disrespect.
He called D a bitch. She didn't jump up.
You saw me talk to the man in between breaks, trying to coach him on how to behave, on listening to what Corey needs to. And Corey's running the show, man. You doing good. You cracking jokes, but dude, you got to tone it down. You saw me do that for 2 hours.
Well,
now let me just say this. Let me just say this, bruh. You could have managed that show better. You knowing me. You could have managed that show better.
Here's the thing with that. How old these guys, man, is, the exception of the brother on the right, light-skinned brother at the far end, and the other brother, I don't know his age, but these three people are over 50 years old, okay? If you over 50 years old and you got to have somebody tell you or manage you like you a attack dog that could be unleashed, or you a hair trigger away from doing something, that's a problem. I just got to point that out.
What show?
The one with Aries. You
You're
could have
telling me what I could have managed better and you jumped on a drunk nigga.
Absolutely, you could have did a better job managing the show. The show was out of motherfucking control.
Hey man, that's something.
Was it not?
That's something you probably say. Like
maybe that's how you run your show is through chaos. It's 5150.
You know what me tell you? You said something about hypocritical shit. Hypocritical shit is when a nigga wear a mask until he get mad.
No.
That's hypocritical shit.
I need to be clear.
Well, make sure you clear, my nigga, because I'm not Aries Spears.
It don't matter who you are. I'm not.
Just know I'm not Aries Spears.
Neither am I.
Okay, good. Long as you know that.
Whatever the fuck that means.
That means I'm not Aries Spears.
I don't know what that means.
And you're not gonna play me like you play.
I don't know what that means.
Cause goddammit, I ain't that nigga. Trust me.
And neither am I.
I'm not that nigga. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
You don't believe what?
You got up elbowed that nigga because you was mad. You mad now?
Yeah. No, I'm not mad, actually.
I know you're not mad.
Then.
I know you're not mad. Because I'm not Aries Spears.
So what are you saying? I can't get mad at you?
I'm saying it wouldn't be wise. I'm not Aries Spears.
It don't matter who you are.
As long as you know.
It don't matter who you are.
That's what always happens. It's who you talking to. Aries Spears is a bitch.
Okay, what that mean?
So you shouldn't have beat the bitch up just because he was talking crazy, Zo.
But
and
guess what?
Dumped all the financial responsibilities that come with it.
Oh, so you want to talk hypocritical. How many times have I called you and said, hey, man, when I hit my lick, I'm going to pay you that bread back?
When I heard, man, this man talking about he got to hit a lick, my jaw must have dropped outside my mouth, because all the things that I talk about, and you know, some just kind of didn't sit well with me too much, because I mean, I know the brother has a show, The Voice of Reason, and other stuff, and the thing about it is, I could see why I didn't listen to really zero in and pay attention too much to his show, because the guy basically was just faking. I mean, basically he was pretending. Okay, what I mean by he was pretending, he was putting on a facade like he is okay and doing well, and basically you know, he's got a show and he's on Dash Radio and this Sirius something or whatever the hell he was on. What he was doing with his life is just basically not saving any money, not doing anything to try to, you know, better himself financially, because at the end of the day, that type of talk, I'm gonna hit a lick, that's some street ass shit, like from somebody like that's 18, 19, 20 years old that's living in his mom's apartment. Hey, man, I'm going to hit a lick and give you your bread, man. I mean, that's the type of shit that I expect from somebody that's very well not mature, that's young. That's how young people talk. This man is 50-something years old. Okay, this is one of primarily the reason. Forget the arguments, all of the, you know, you should address this and you should address that. Why is you 50-something years old, broke as fuck? You in California, you know all these celebrities. Let me tell you the backstory. I've been following these brothers since they was on Sirius Satellite Radio. Back when Sirius Satellite Radio, when they got out of bankruptcy in like 2009, when I, you know, one of the first trades I've ever made was I bought Sirius XM for like 30 cents a share, and I didn't buy enough. But I mean, I've been following these guys since they was on the Jamie Foxx Foxhole on Sirius XM. Corey was on there. All of them had shows. Jamie, Speedy, a lot of other comics. I've been following these guys for over, you want to say what, over 10 years? So you know all these people in Hollywood you around this man, and you ain't got $20,000. $20,000 to you to him should be like $2,000 or $200, because I mean this man is very much well known. He knows a lot of people that are rich and famous, as well as I'm sure rich. And he ain't got 20. He gotta hit a lick at 50-something years old. See, this is what I be telling you, young people. This is what I tell you people. Like, you need to motherfucking just, man, tone that ego. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Start saving. Like, start taking shit serious. Because you gonna be an old ass, broke ass motherfucker. Okay? That literally live your life in basically as just you being a fake pretender. Because see, here's the thing. This guy, he is supposed to be a man of knowledge. He's supposed to be the third best individual of all the four types of men that I talk about, such as the dummy with no money, the rich dummy, the man with knowledge and no money, the man with knowledge and money. He's supposed to be, I thought he was I definitely know he wasn't rich. Okay, I definitely knew he wasn't the rich man with money or with money and knowledge. But he really was, he's putting himself as the dummy with no money, because I can't say a man with knowledge, he knows how to control his emotions. And then I be damned, because see, I know a couple people that play professionally in like the NBA, NFL. They're no longer playing in the NFL and NBA. I don't rub elbows with rich and famous people. If I fucking did, and especially if my friend was I don't care if he fucking shoveled shit and made over $100,000, I'm gonna be right there fucking shoveling the shit with him. And if he made 100, I'm definitely making, or 200, I'm making 100 at least. I'm making something, and I'm saving and I'm investing whatever the fuck I make, because my friend, my homie, he making bread, I'm making bread. When my friend had a store, he had an oil shop, I had a fucking computer shop right across the street from him. I didn't make as much money as he was, but I was doing the fucking same shit, but I just didn't really have the understandings that I do now that he had then. But the thing is that I'll be damned if I'm around some people that are rich and famous, and I know people that are rich and famous, and I ain't got fucking $20,000. I could see if it was $200,000. You gotta hit a lick for $20,000 in the richest. California is the second richest fucking Los Angeles, California. Orange County is the richest market in the fucking United States. It's only second to New York. So if you in LA, you making money. And then he had to put his business out there. The man pretty much lives up under a chick. See, this is what I be talking about. You must, like, I talk about this, like, this financials talk. I talk about this self-improvement talk. And yeah, you bums don't really pay attention. You don't comment. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to deal with the fact that you can't be helped. A lot of you people can't be helped. You gonna be this 50-year-old bum ass nigga talking about hitting a lick like somebody that's in their 20s. And I have to say this, man. I mean, I respected this cat, man. I kind of lost a lot of respect for this dude because he was pretending to be something that he isn't. He just really, at the end of the day, don't matter about no voice of reason, no voice of nothing. It's a fucking bum. A bum that can't come up with no money, that lived his whole life, ain't saved a penny, ain't saved a wink, and just living a fucking a false ass life. Because see, here's the real deal. This is the educational moment. you pretend that everything is okay. I'm doing fine. I'm blessed. You ain't doing nothing but bullshitting your life away, bullshitting everybody else around you because you putting on a facade and you not improving your life by living this lie. That's why I call myself the fucking broke genius, because I ain't fucking unbroke. I'm in the process of fixing myself. You know what I'm saying, financially. I don't pretend that I'm something that I ain't. I wouldn't, my children, I wouldn't want them to put on some pretentious ass existence of what they are and try to pretend that they are something different. I wouldn't do that, because I know what that leads. That leads to you being this old fucker that ain't got a fucking pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, like my mother used to say. Being old, no retirement, no money, nothing, because you don't fucking live in reality. And reality is, no, everything is not fine. I need to work that extra job. I need to actually pay attention to people that actually talk about self-improvement, financial self-improvement. I need to, stop worrying about bitches and save my fucking paycheck and get another job. I don't give a fuck if it's goddamn it picking, shoveling shit in a barn, because this is a fight. I mean, to get to financial self-improvement is a daily, everyday fight. Because the thing about it is, when you put on this facade and you put on this fucking cap and say, "Oh, everything is fine," this is what your fucking reality is gonna be. A old bum ass nigga that ain't got no money, that pretended his whole life that everything was fine. But I digress.
The last time we talked 2 weeks ago, did I tell you that?
Have I ever asked
And what did you say?
bread?
But what did you say when I said that to you?
I don't need your bread, though.
You said, "Hey, man, don't worry about it." Ain't that hypocritical? You don't get in front of your motherfucking fans and say, "Hey, man, this man came to me on numerous occasions and said, I'm going to give you this bread back." Do you get in front of them and say that? Nah.
I don't remember you saying it, but if you said
I said, you don't remember me talking to you 2 weeks?
See, he more angry at what everybody else absolutely knows about him right now than the fact that this motherfucker is broke as hell and got to come up with a lit for $20K and had people on this show that was bona fide millionaires and know people that's bona fide millionaires, if not billionaires. He more upset that people actually know anything outside the private world that he live in. He more upset than that, than the actual fact that he's a fucking broke ass motherfucker in Hollywood pretending. Because see, here's the thing about, I heard about that Hollywood shit. I've never been to Hollywood. I've never been to LA. I've been to San Diego when I was in the Navy. I heard about that Hollywood stuff. They some of the most pretentious people are in Hollywood. This dude that used to work at my computer shop, one of my employees, he was a retired police officer, worked for the city. He said, man, he saw things in LA he ain't never seen before. He said he was working at a grocery store because he was living in LA, and people used to rent exotic cars and working at a grocery store, bagging groceries, just to pretend for the weekend that they was somebody, rich and famous. This is that type of shit that, renting cars and shit, trying to put on an extreme facade to pretend like you something else. This shit is heavy in LA. And a lot of people that live in LA, that's how they act. This is something they put on an act. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know. They don't never tell you what's really going on. And the thing is that you got to really watch out for people like that, because here's the thing. What if I did listen to the voice of reason for like, I don't know, 5 years? I'd have wasted my fucking life away. I would have probably not gone anywhere because here's the thing. If you listen to a broke ass motherfucker pretend that he not broke for 5 to 10 years, guess where you gonna be? You gonna be the other broke motherfucker, pretending just like that motherfucker is. You really gotta when you watching somebody and you're watching for self-improvement and they not telling you shit as far as their actual real world, they not showing you receipts. I mean, and or showing you like where they live, where they reside, who they're with. You got to really pay attention to that. Because if you're looking at it from a lens of, I'm trying to change my the way I think and the things that I do, and this person is not original, this person is putting on a facade, you're transmitting that freaking programming into you. That's why a lot of these, women, they listen to these chicks, send them off, tell them you should do this and do that, and they don't even have a relationship. They're not even married, never been married. And then these women actually listen to these freaking losers, and they make a lot of money by basically following these people, paying these people to be basically, giving them relationship advice when they never even had a relationship, never been married, no freaking receipts whatsoever. This is what that shit comes about. You get older. Father time does not stop. Then next thing you know, you like, damn, you got fibroids, you're 42 years old, and yeah, you got a good job, but now you can't even have any children. Nobody wants your ass because you got all of these, freaking, viewpoints and all kind of constructs that you really need like hours upon hours of therapy sessions and all kind of shit, meditation, self-help gurus, all kind of stuff, because you're fucked up in the head from listening to some loser, coach you and tell you freaking things for years and years. This shit is dangerous.
If you said it, what a break.
Do you remember me talking to you 2 weeks ago?
I don't really remember, but
when I called you.
If you said it,
you don't remember that? No.
It happened years ago.
First off, you think that's a good question. That shit dumb. Dude, I said in the conversation that you acting like you don't remember I'm not Ari Spears. Nigga, I said, hey, when I hit this lick, I'm going to give you this bread back. You said, don't worry about it.
Yep.
That's what you said.
That sounds like me, because I don't need your bread.
But do you say the shit on the air?
What do you mean?
Again, it's easy for you to bring it up every motherfucking show. Oh,
I ain't never brought it up.
I put 20K down.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna talk more. I'm not gonna show any more of this video. Once again, this is definitely fair use. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna talk about some things other than this. This is the epitome of what I'm talking about as far as when it comes to these broke rich pretenders. That Zoe Williams, he is the broke pretender of the week as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this dude literally talking about hitting a lick at 50-some years old to get 20K. Because obviously he ain't saved. If you don't have 20K, which in the Millionaire Savings Plan, 20K is past step 5. Which most people, if you make over $100,000, that's literally close to 2 months of salary. Okay. Now, the thing is that if he doesn't have 20K now, he probably has never had 20K. as far as I know, or he blew everything. He has no savings. If you don't have 20,000, that means you don't probably have 10. You don't even have 5. The thing is that what Corey was pretty much expressing was very, very embarrassing. This guy is extremely, embarrassed by these recollections. He didn't want this to get out because it's very discrediting. How are you gonna have a show talking about anything when basically you just a bum nigga that lives up under a bitch? And it just goes to show, man. It just goes to show, man. I mean, I can't say it no better. I mean, you got people, man, that definitely they got more ego than what's in their bank account. And when you have more ego than what's in your bank account, that is a huge problem. That's a huge problem. Because what that means is you care more about what other people think about you than what you actually have value in your bank account to give to your children, to improve your life, to pay for your cost of living. You care more about what other motherfuckers think, the Joneses and the Smiths and all of that shit, than what you got in your fucking bank account. I mean, this is what's the problem with a lot of people. Period. I mean, especially black people. Black people have this really, really bad because we don't have the liberty really to have these fucked up ass mindsets, but we do. And what I mean by the liberty is we don't have that much wealth, and we definitely don't share amongst each other as far as help each other financially. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with this show as far as him in coming back or whatever. As far as I'm concerned, I would say that shit, Corey dodged the bullet because, as he said, he goes further into the argument. He's a weak link. He's somebody that has just been around, and he's put up for him and defended him, but he just really just a bum ass nigga that just ain't just around because, like he said, he's intelligent. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing with them 4 types of men: the man with no money, no knowledge, the man with no knowledge but money, and the man with knowledge with no money, and the man with knowledge and money. After a while, if you just got knowledge and you ain't got no money, it really doesn't. It defeats its purpose. You gotta ask yourself, then maybe I'm just a dummy with no money. I don't really. My knowledge is really worthless. Because the thing about it is, knowledge is only knowledge if you apply it. If you read a book and you haven't applied what's in that book into real life, it's just what you know. It's just a bunch of stored knowledge. If you haven't actually took that knowledge and exercised it into power, which is applying what you know and actually applying it into the real world, then your knowledge is pretty much worthless unless you're educating people. And then after a while, you got to ask yourself, like I've said before, after a while, if I'm just talking on YouTube, I'm still calling myself the broke genius, and I ain't made no money, and I'm 50-something years old, and I'm talking about hitting licks, man, put me out of my misery, man. Do not unsubscribe. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't even take me serious because I don't even expect to be taken serious. And I definitely probably won't even be on YouTube because I'll just look at it like, you know what? I have a problem. I can't make no money, which is which is pretty much I've already defeated that. I mean, my actions in 2020 have already put me past the point of where, I'm not making any self-improvement. But by no means, if I'm like still on some broke bum ass shit, poor ass shit, which I'm not, in 5 years from now, definitely 10, yeah, please don't take me serious. Because I promise you, I'm not even gonna take myself serious. I'm not gonna keep being on some broke ass shit, bum ass shit 10 years from now. Every action that I do, I look towards, building myself up, getting higher up my own plan, which is the Millionaire Savings Plan, which I edited today because I ordered some books and it was some typos. I edited my book, and I got rid of those typos. But the thing is that book alone will deal with this crap. This whole pretentious ass existence of people just spending money and pretending to be rich, pretending that they have something. One step at a time, it deals with that. Buying assets, not buying, clothes and, expensive cars and shit like that is worthless after you drive off the lot. All of that is thrown out the window. You know what I'm saying? You only get what you can afford to get to whatever money you have. That's the Millionaire Savings Plan. You living within your means. And most of the people that literally have bought my book, have, following the tenets, they're making life-changing self-improvement. This book is life-changing. Because you get out of that lifestyle of living check to check and then trying to impress other people and being, next thing you know, being older, and then you don't even have any money and you got to live up under a woman. I'd rather live in a freaking hood, in any hood in America, and I have my own house than live up under some chick anywhere else. That's really, really sad. But people live like this. They watch their parents live like this, and they don't think for a second to self-improve. I hope this man watch my channel, man. I hope the voice of reason gets in tune with the broke genius and change his life. Somebody that's way younger than he is, and buy my book because I know he got enough money to buy my book, and then actually freaking change his life. Actually, try to, use the voice of reason to actually read a book to start step one, saving $1,000 or wherever he got, and work his way up, and basically, getting some money together, and then paying his responsibilities that he has to pay, and moving on in life, because the voice of reason gonna be 60 years old and being the broke reason, and 70 years old and 80 going to a retirement home with nothing, because this shit is real out here. Whatever you do, however you live your life, that's reality. Your actions speak what your reality is going to be. If your actions are, you're some pretentious person that pretends that you have more than what you put on that you have, then the next day, the week after, the month after, you'll be spending way more money to put on this pretentious ass show, and then next thing you know, you don't have anything because you're trying to pretend that you have something that you don't have. When people that base their life off of reality, they be like, okay, wait, no, I got what I have, and then this car that I'm pretending that I'm rich, I'm gonna sell this car and downsize to a freaking used car that is maybe only $2,000 or $3,000, and I'm gonna put all of this other money towards improving my credit, improving, paying some debts off, maybe, I don't know, buying a house somewhere where I can afford to buy it. And then if I still wanna, if my woman still values me, it doesn't matter where I'm at, because then, I'll just fly in every now and again to have a long distance relationship, because I'd rather have my own freaking house. I don't care if it's in, freaking Kansas, as long as it's mine. And I'll just fly to see her whenever, maybe once every month or once every couple months, until I can afford to buy a house closer to where she lives. That's how you do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing is man, I just, the thing is man, the question is, what if your friend is broke with a big ego? The thing is that if your friend is broke with a big ego, let his big ego go be his friend. You exit yourself from that situation, because he's gonna be who he's gonna be. He's got to realize that he's got that ego, and it costs. His ego is bigger than his bank account, because a lot of times your ego does help you. It'll help you make some money, but when your ego is bigger than your bank account, that's a problem. Like Michael Jordan has a very big ego, but he got a big bank account. You got guys that's got egos as big as Michael Jordan, but their bank account doesn't match. And a lot of times, if your friend is like that, man, all I can say is, man, tread lightly. That's my advice with that. But this is all I have. I did go in hard. I meant everything I said. It is what it is. And I ain't editing anything. This is what it is. I'm not defending Corey. I'm not defending anybody. I'm just looking at the bullshit. And it really was a lot of what I saw as far as the bullshit. The bullshit was seesawed onto pretty much Zoe. That's where I saw a lot of the bullshit. A lot of the stuff he said, I mean, pretty much it was just a bag of bullshit. And it just showed a lot of the things that I talked about, as far as, being an older man, living your whole life, not dealing with your problems, being pretentious, having an ego bigger than your bank account. This is what the result is from that. And I think they should go their separate ways. In my opinion, I think they should go their separate ways, and just pretty much just deal with things accordingly, because I really, as far as things is concerned, I wouldn't want to be around nobody like that, because if I'm around somebody like that, that rubs off on me. And I don't like to live like that. I really don't. One thing, I put a post up today on my Broke Genius page. I dropped the link in case anybody wants to talk or whatever. But one of the posts I made today was, I'll just share. I'll share what I talked about, because I don't remember verbatim, but I just posted it today. So it was something in relative to friends' money, basically. So here is the deal. You want to test someone? Put some dead presidents up and see the difference. This is one of the memes that I put up today. I mean, basically, a lot of times, man, money will put people in their place, put friendships in their place. Dead presidents will put people in their place because, one thing that I will say, man, put some money in a situation. You'll see how good the friendship is, or who was actually who was true blue and all that other stuff. Because the thing about me is, I when I put money up, I'm a businessman. I'm riding along with whatever good or bad happens. And I definitely know I can make more money. But some people, money is everything to them. And it's beyond their God. It's like it's above you and everybody else. And even including above them in many times. And when you put money in the mix, you see somebody's true colors. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Don't say I'm not the one to be like, man, you shouldn't do this and be, living life on eggshells. No, give your friend $1,000. Give him 1,000. Give him 500. Everybody ain't got $1,000. Give him $500 and see if they keep calling you, texting you, messaging you on social media. Give them $500. If they really bugging you, give them $500. You ain't gonna hear if they anything like a lot of people that I came across in my life. You're not gonna hear from them that much, because when it comes to them paying you back, you ain't doing nothing but getting rid of them. It's a finder's fee, or let's just say a cancellation fee. They gonna cancel themselves out, man. Give them $500, $1,000 if you got it, and be like, hey man, just pay me when you can. That person gonna cancel themselves out unless they true blue. They true blue. They gonna pay you their money. They gonna give you $100 at a time. They gonna pay you their bread until they paid you off. And if they don't, just look at it like a cancellation fee. You ain't got. There's one less person to call you. One less person you got to come around. That's coming around your circle. Bringing a dark cloud, being fake. Being pretentious. One less person to bug you, wake you up out your sleep. Just man, I promise you, that's free 99 right there, advice right there. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that you don't really want these people around you, because when you really get rich, you're going to need the battle-tested people that are already tested. They true blue, because these are going to be the people that you're going to really want around you. You don't want none of these people, man, that can't handle this situation as far as life. I'm a businessman, and a lot of the people that I associate with are businessmen and women. My friends, they cool, but not everybody in business. But the thing is that by me being in business, that's my life. So, if people can't really handle that, I'll just be by myself. I'd rather be by myself, rather than be around people that can't loan back money and have problems like that. I don't need those people. I never did, So that's all I have, man. I'm going to get some shut eye. Got to go to work tomorrow. Definitely, I definitely said a lot.